This is by far my family's most used recipe. Welcome back, Sawdusters. I have a piece of maple 1/4 inch thick left over from another project, and I also have these recipe cards that I type up and print out myself. Only problem is, right now, they're being stored in this floral print box. And it's just not manly enough. So let's build something better. The cards are 4 by 6 inches, so I'll cut the front and back at 6 1/8, and the sides maybe around 3 1/2. Making these crosscuts on the table saw is easy and accurate with my mini crosscut sled. I'll leave a link at the end of the video and also down in the description if you want to make one yourself. I want to cut an angle on the side so that the front edge is shorter than the back. All I have to do is line up my mark with the blade, bring in a support piece, and we're ready to cut. Now I need to tilt the blade to match that angle so I can put a bevel on the top of the front and back. After cutting those bevels, I returned the blade to 90 degrees and cut the front and back to final height. It's a lot easier to get that perfect dimension with the blade at 90 instead of at a bevel. It is time to start thinking about the bottom. I'm going to use plywood for the bottom, but I don't want to see the plies, which means I need a rabbet on all 4 sides. At the router table, it's pretty easy to rabbet the front and back, but the sides are a little bit tougher. We don't want the rabbets going all the way to the ends, or else you'll see them from outside of the box. So we need a couple of stop blocks clamped in place. I'll use a combination of wood glue and CA glue to put the box together. The strength will come from the wood glue, but using a couple dots of CA glue means I can avoid clamps because it sets up so quickly. And this means I don't have to let the wood glue dry completely before attaching the bottom. I cut this piece of plywood out at the table saw, rounded over the corners by hand, and now just the tiniest bead of glue underneath, and we'll just set this in here while the glue dries. Well, let's see how we did. I ended up weighing it down with a concrete block and also put a couple spacers underneath to make sure we were pushing down on the bottom instead of just the sides. I enjoyed this project, and if you did too, don't forget to dust off that like button. And you can take it one step further by leaving a comment down below with your favorite recipe. Like my favorite recipe, this box wasn't complicated, but it used some basics that can be applied to a lot of different projects. As promised, here's the video on building that mini crosscut sled. And here's another video similar to the recipe box. I hope you have a great week, and as always, get out there and make some sawdust.